Remember I told you about how there was that one day, it was a turning point in my life. I was around, I don't know what, uh, mid-teens somewhere. I don't know, 12, 13, 14, around in there. And my mother and I went out, and I was wanting to get this shirt, okay? And that's all I was saying. And it was like, in my mind, I'm thinking a shirt like these heroes of mine, these Western cowboy heroes. I was seeing that in my mind, but I kind of knew that I was not going to find a shirt like that in the stores we have here. But I was saying to my mother, let's go try this store. And I wasn't telling her much about the shirt itself. I was too embarrassed to tell her that it was a Western style shirt and all. And I was just, this is the kind of shirt I want to get, Mom. Okay, let's try this. She said, okay. Now, I'm saying that the reason my mother went to all that trouble to look for that shirt, this is, what's the word? Incriminating. Okay? She went to all that trouble because I was not the biological son of the man of the year. And she knew I was encountering psychological problems from that were coming to a kind of climax in my young life as a result of that secret that she herself was responsible for. So she could see that I was at this turning point and I needed the support. And she wanted me to find that shirt too. She wanted me to find that shirt that was what? A symbol of identity that I was losing. As, like family leader, family, what's the word? Model. She knew I was coming under. I think what happened was I had been violated. I'd been raped while asleep, and it started. And we both recognized that somehow my life had changed. And, well, of course, I didn't know that had happened, and I guess she didn't either, but I don't know. Did she know or did she not? My mother had a problem sleeping at night. She could never get to sleep, and she was often up at night, unable to sleep. So how was the man of the year able to go down into my room like that and carry on without her having a suspicion or two that something was happening? Well, I don't know. At one point I've said to myself, maybe he drugged her too on these nights because he regularly gave her sleeping medications. I remember the name of one was Xanax. There was one prior to that, which was a favorite all over the place. These were like muscle relaxants, I was told way back then. And they would bring on sleep. But he was the druggist for her, and if I had trouble sleeping, I'd get one of those pills too. So, did he drug her on the nights that he was going to do that to me? I got to say, the prelude to these nights was a 5-6 hour CIA interrogation, and no one in the family came down and interrupted that. It would have been great if someone come and say, what's going on here? My mother would have come in and said, what are you complaining about AJ for? What's wrong? Nobody was there to support me. Why? This also is incriminating. This shows the bizarre position I had in that family. The wrong, unmerited, unjust position I had in the family. This is more incriminating evidence that unconsciously everybody knew I was not this man's son, and I was in the family, and outshining all the siblings, so they didn't like me for that reason. You know, they were holding resentment against this intruder in their house who was making them look bad. So if the man of the year was unloading on me, they were feeling, oh, this is good. This guy everybody thinks AJ is the big model, but really our dad is showing him that he's a terrible kid. And he must know. You know what I mean? Even though I never did anything to them. Well, my phone says I'm out of storage, so let me stop.